Yo, what's up, man? You already know what it is, man. It's your boy Cornell Patrick, just hanging out. First of all, let's give a welcome to my boy Gabe in the building, man. The legendary man, the man behind the scene, the man with the plan, the man that gets it done, all of the above, man.
I got that for myself. Time out. Yeah.
Yes, sir, man. How you feel, man? Tell everybody how you feel, man.
Man, I feel good. I honestly feel good. And I'm saying that because I've recently put some things that I've learned to practice, and I've already started seeing the results of it, and it's really interesting. So, yeah, man, it's really put me in a different minds in a headspace, and yeah, man.
Cool. So, what I want to talk about, man, is Oasis, what we've been, creating lately. First of all, I want to tell how it's funny how the universe works, man. We met each other in college, 8-9 years ago or something like that. 8-9 years, and we was about to start a whole nother ordeal, but that didn't end up, taking off the ground. But yeah. So, but it's just funny that everything came to a full circle. How we just naturally reconnected, and when we reconnected, it felt like it was just, I can't explain it, bro. It was just we just fell right back into place and kept continuing to do what we wanted to do from the beginning, and that's where we at today with Oasis being able to bring the community together, or bringing the community together and building a platform for just what we like to do naturally. So, tell the people a little bit about that.
So, okay, I'll start from the very jump. So, and I'll speak on when we first linked up and we were even what we were trying to do before. So, my original brand, my personal brand, Flying This Only, stands for First Love Yourself to Love. And basically the goal is to become self-aware so that you will treat yourself as such, so that you know how to teach people how to treat you. You know what I'm saying? So that it's no longer a question on how you're moving on this earth. So you're really moving with purpose. So fly to love means first love yourself to love fly yourself. So it was difficult then for me because I wasn't self-aware. I wasn't really tapped into who I was or who I am. I felt like I was having the imposter syndrome. And it was just because somebody posted a comment saying, you posting all this stuff and it's nice, but you're not teaching us how to actually obtain it. And I'm just
oh, that's real.
You know what I'm saying? And then ever since I read that, I just sat back and I was just ooh. And then I literally started digressing with how I was moving with Flying This Only. And the reason I did that is to really identify who I am. And not until COVID hit, I really tapped into who is Gabe?
Same for me, bro. I can actually tell you, it happens to me. I remember it was in December, right around when it was being New Year's. It was right after Christmas. That Christmas, right after going into New Year's. It was around that time, and I was in New York, and I had a come, what they call it, come to Jesus moment. I had one of those moments, man, and it was that really took me on that journey of I need to tap in more of who I am. I think that what COVID did for a lot of us, bro. It was because think about it, bro. Before COVID, I know for me, I was so much on the go, doing this, doing that, doing that, to the point where I was so my mental was so moving to the fact of like when I even think about those moments, it seems like a blur because it was moving so fast. But due to COVID, everything kind of slowed down, and I was able to sit down for a second, and it was just really just like, who am I? Like not just say who am I? Who am I right now in this moment that's gonna get me to this next area of what I'm trying to get to, because we all trying to get somewhere in life. But what COVID did to me, it said, who am I right now and what I need to work on to get me to that next point. And I feel like I figured it out. Mm-hmm. So it's a blessing, man. It's like if you give yourself time and just figure out, because like it's just different, man. Like some people growth is months, some people is years, it's days. It just depends on, like, you just know it's a moment. I always go talk about moments. You know when that change is happening. So for me, it was around December. Mm-hmm. What about you?
I'd say it got rough around December, but I took action in January. No, it got rough around December, and I took action in January. And what I mean by that is, I was looking for like outlets. I was looking for ways to really like still keep going, because at that point I couldn't do nothing because all of my gigs, all of my work came to a halt. So, matter of fact, I found out that there's an event still going on at Gallery 992. And they was having live jazz, and so I started going, and from my experience, I saw how free people were just being, you know what I'm saying? They were just living as free as natural as it could be. And I desired that. And so what I started doing was I started coming to 992, and then I eventually asked like if I could practice on my own. And so I started renting out the space to practice, and I started coming so often. The owner was just like, man, if you just want to practice. And so like I started practicing like all the time. Started getting right with my jazz, trying different genres, and just learning about myself through my playing and becoming more confident in my playing, which was helping me become more confident in myself. You know what I'm saying? So so while I was doing that, I've attempted to run my own events before, but it wasn't sticking because I don't think I necessarily had a story or a reason. Like I was solving like a real solution. I don't think I was really solving a real solution to keep an event going for real. Like I didn't want to do something just for the sake of money. I wanted to really see a problem and create a solution. Like one of my favorite quotes is "See a need, feel a need," and I saw that the movie Robots. You know what I'm saying? So like, and ever since then, it just made sense to me. Like that's just how business works. Like you see a need, you feel a need, but like if it's true business, or if it's something that you really care about because you care about other people and you care about yourself, you know, it's something that that will last for a lifetime and be beyond your existence. You know what I'm saying? So I figured, why not just open up the space that I provide for myself for other people to just have a space to practice freely and to identify themselves through their gifts and their talents. And so I realized that I was connecting well with artists, creatives, and entrepreneurs, which was ACEs. So and what I originally was calling the brand was Suits Coalition, and the reason I was calling it that is because you have the hearts, you have the club, you have the diamonds, and you have the spade. Those are the pips that you see on the cards. So I was thinking about Suits Coalition because we're a coalition of of ACEs, artists, creators, and entrepreneurs. But the reason I switched it over to Oasis is because that felt more natural. And then, of course, also with wordplay, OACES. So, and I'm actually trying to build an oasis. You know what I'm saying? Like get land.
Trying.
Oh yes, I'm building an oasis. You know what I'm saying? I'm building an oasis, and I figured if I'm building an oasis, then why not just call it Oasis? And so now it's called Oasis.
I think you touched on something too prior to what we just talking about with the COVID situation and how that put everything in a halt. For me, I think what helped me going, I started going to Peter Street probably in 2019. That's when I started going. This was the year before COVID. I think COVID came February, March 2020. That's when they kind of shut everything down. So I started going there in 2019, and I remember it was closed for a little bit, and then eventually it had opened back up. So, and when it opened back up, I was literally there every Wednesday because for me, I needed to be around other creators, other people that just have a dream. Like I needed to be around them. Because for me, it kept me going because I sit around and have conversation with you and other people that we connected to, and just like that was food for me, man. I needed that. So like a lot of people don't get to have a community like that. And I think that's what's so dope about Oasis, because it's like we creating a community that gives people an opportunity just to be free and just to be able to see what you can do, what you're capable of. Like you may come in and have a conversation with somebody totally different, conversation about something else. It ain't even got to do with art. It's just like you being in a room around people that just
genuinely want to share
and communicate. That's what community stands for. Communicate.
Yeah,
we have to communicate with each other. So for me, bro, I so need, like, without Peter Street, the gallery, oh man, it will be a tough road to handle, man. Like, this is, I need this, man. I literally do it. It keeps me going. It keeps me motivated. It keeps me on the right path. So like, it's so needed, man. And people need to be able to experience what's going on. It's deeper than someone getting up on a stage and singing. Yeah, that's good. We all like music. That's just what we naturally do. But it's an energy thing that we create, and that's gonna keep people coming back. And I'm so happy that like we are doing this, man, and be able to bring this platform to people because it's needed. It's needed. We need to build this community back. We need to be able to talk about things that we don't talk about. Just saying, like, I feel good to just, sit around and see our brothers and sisters having a conversation about stuff that you'll typically be talking to with your family members. But you can't. But when you come here, you can chop it up with somebody and we can talk about life. Like, that's why when I see somebody, bro, I always ask, how you feel, man? What you got going on? Like, sometimes someone like, I'm good. And then sometimes you get someone that start talking. They needed that.
Yeah, outlet.
They need an outlet. Just an outlet.
And they come to Oasis for that.
Come to Oasis.
I want to shout out Peter Street because that's where we reconnected.
Yes, we did reconnect at Peter Street. And we want to shout out all of them. I want to shout out EJ. That's where I met Marley. I want to shout out Red. I want to shout out Mr. Q. I want to shout out OG Maya Bailey. I want to shout out Petey. All of them, man, because it was so cool for me. Because I remember when I was looking for places. I'm sorry. I was looking for places to. When me and my team was looking for places to showcase our film, And I had already been going to Peter Street, and I was like, "Hey man, we got this suspense." So it was around Halloween time. We looking for a space. How much you gonna let us use the place? So Maya was there. It's like, "Yeah, man. What you a filmmaker?" Because a lot of people don't know Peter Street is a community center first. It's a community center, so you got all of these artists and stuff coming together, to create and then just interact with each other. So we showed the event. We had it there. We had a little Halloween party behind it, and I was like, after that night, I just kind of stood back and was like, man, you don't find too many, people that you can connect with that allow you to showcase your dream. You know what I'm saying? So like that was so dope to me. So like I said, man, we blessed. But the thing is, this door is open from everyone if they want it. If they want it, it's that easy, bro. It's like it's here for you. Just gotta want it, and it gotta be genuine, man. It do.
No, we definitely got to see like you want it. Like, first of all, there's no handouts, no handouts at all. Like, but we're a support system. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's what I admire about us too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we support one another in our separate businesses, but we also come together to also build Oasis because it is a community effort. So yeah, man. Ace lock-ins.
Yes. But yeah, man, I just wanted to chop it up with you a little bit, man, and I wanted people to know who are the faces behind what we got going on. Because I know we always be behind the scenes and doing other stuff, so we just had to put a face and a voice together so people can see. And as we continue to build and grow and achieve all these goals that we got, this is a start. And it's a dope thing because I always go back to that when you creating energy and it's good, people gonna continue to come. I seen it happen in Peter Street. Mm-hmm. I remember when I was coming to Peter Street and we'll sit out there and chill out. I'm like, I just sit there and I look around. I'm like, this shit hard. Like, I can't believe nobody's here. Mm-hmm. But eventually, it's kept growing. It's kept growing. Get to the point now. I be sitting there doing my thing, and I look back, man. Like, this place is back. Like, oh, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. But what it came off of, man, it was an energy that was created that you could. I just had, like we were saying earlier, that energy that was being created. I needed that. Because that helped me, reground myself and get back to, going after what I'm trying to achieve. So it's like hanging out, getting that good energy, feeding off people, chopping it up, telling each other about our week, and I'm back to it. But I was coming there every Wednesday to get that love, man, because it's love.
Recharge.
It's recharge. That's the word. Get that recharge. Man. We humans, man. We're not robots. We got to recharge at some point.